Hello and welcome to CoreTV News on the Hour. I'm Olajumoke Olatuji. President Muhammadu Buhari has charged the Federal Ministry of Health to sustain the current level of vigilance, especially in the fight against Ebola virus. The president gave the directive at a closed-door meeting with the permanent secretary of the Ministry of Health at the presidential villa, Abuja. Buhari also wants the health authorities to ensure the Nigerians get the best medical care with less stress. Stella Dadeva was Nigeria's Ebola doctor who died August 19, 2014 after contracting the Ebola virus disease in an attempt to keep the index patient, Patrick Sawyer, confined to the First Consultant Hospital in Lagos, where she worked. She's been remembered by CoreTV News after a year of her passage. In recognition of a selfless service to the nation, Emmanuel Ajayi has more in this report.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Amazing grace.
Mayor Stella Shade Adadevo, born 27th October 1956, died 19th August 2014, was a Nigerian physician. She was credited to having prevented a wider spread of Ebola virus disease in Nigeria by placing the patient Patrick Sawyer in quarantine despite pressures from the Nigerian government. Nigerians have this tribute to say about her.
For somebody to discover that kind of disease, I'll see such a person as a professional, than somebody that is fervent at her work. And whatever award she has merited, I would say she deserves it.
She has tried a lot by giving her life on behalf of everybody here in Nigeria, and again, I'm thanking God that the thing didn't spread like we people think it will be.
She has tried constantly, but I would say we thank God for her life, for not allowing this disease to spread out. Because as much as she allowed the disease to spread out, I don't know, the thing would have killed so many multitude of people. But glory be to God for her life, because she has laid down life for the people. And I thank God that she has done something great.
Just want to say, may her soul rest in perfect peace, that God should grant her internal rest, and the family. I know they would have forgotten, though it's not easy, but the family, God should just give them peace of mind about it. And she has done a great job. She has done a good thing for us in Nigeria that is not being spread around. The Heavenly Father should just continue to give the family peaceful mind.
She's a great woman. Because if it is not because of her, maybe the Ebola must have spread to every corner of this nation. But we thank God for laying her life for us.
She has done great things, and the government of this nation will continually remembering her for great work she has done. And in the field of public health, the Ministry of Health, also I think they should give her kudos for what she has done. She has really tried.
Shade Adadevo died in the afternoon of 19th August 2014. She has been posthumously praised for preventing the Nigerian index case from leaving the hospital at the time of the diagnosis, thereby playing a key role in curbing the spread of the virus in Nigeria. She indeed laid down life to save millions of people. She came like a shining flower in the morning. She died in her prime time, all in the name for our love for our country. There's a special tribute to Dr. Stella Amayo Adadevo. May your gentle soul rest in perfect peace. From all of us, from CoreTV News, we say, Stella lives on.
Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Sadiq Abubakar, has assured Nigerians that the Air Force will soon develop weapons and logistic materials that will help put an end to insurgency in the country. Air Marshal Abubakar spoke with journalists on the sidelines of the 44th convocation ceremony of the Air Force Institute of Technology in Kaduna. He also charged officer men of the Air Force Institute of Technology to embark on research that will produce modern-day warfare equipment. Amina Nebi has more on this report presented from our studios.
Well, they have been doing very well in terms of research and development, and we have charged them to do more, taking into cognizance the challenges we have in the Northeast. So from here we are going to watch what they have come up with, They developed the Gulma some years back, but we have made some updates, and I'm sure, weather permitting, we should be able to see the Gulma updated version flying again.
Nigerian army has disappeared claims of an alleged massacre of civilians in Kukuwagari, Yobe State. Local and international news reports citing eyewitness accounts had said about 150 people were either killed or drowned in an attempt to escape from Boko Haram insurgents. But the army insists, though, through its Twitter handle, that it was a fabricated story that cannot be substantiated. Meanwhile, Nigerian troops on Tuesday evening engaged insurgents in a gun battle in Goza. The army said in a statement that the terrorists were fleeing aerial bombardment in Sabisa forest in 7 pickup vans and motorcycle when the soldiers engaged them. It added that a number of the Boko Haram members were killed in the shootouts, all their vehicles and arms were destroyed. The army authorities say one of the pickup vans, a motorcycle and a 2K-47 rifle, as well as large stock of ammunition, were recovered. United Nations say 5 million people are directly affected by the activities of insurgents in northeast Nigeria and are in need of humanitarian assistance. It added at least 1.5 million persons have been displaced from their homes. To salvage the situation, the UN Deputy Humanitarian Coordinator, Mohammed Safieddine, says over $20 billion is required. He spoke at a press conference in commemoration of the 2015 World Humanitarian Day in Abuja.
Today we have 37 countries going through natural disasters or man-made disasters. Regrettably, Nigeria is one of those 37 countries. While there are 1.5 million people displaced from their homes, more than 90% of these people are right now being cared for, being supported by their fellow Nigerians in the Northeast. It's a story of solidarity. It's a story of sharing resources among the Nigerians in the Northeast with each other.
The River State Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Abuja has rejected the request of the All Progressives Congress governorship candidates that could decide to have election materials used in the state transferred to Abuja for inspection. Justice Muazu Pindiga-led 3-man panel dismissed the request on the grounds that the issue had been earlier dealt with. He recalled that the tribunal had made an order on June 11 directing INEC to allow the petitioner to access the election materials comprising ballot papers and result sheets. Counsel to petitioner Akion Lujimi had filed the motion asking for the election materials to be moved from Port Harcourt to the INEC head office in Abuja for easy inspection on the ground that electoral officials in the state had refused to cooperate with the petitioner in executing the June 11 order. The matter has been adjourned to August 25 for further hearing.
Relating to inspection, and that therefore that particular motion was struck out.
Some of the rulings were deferred till the hearing of the substantive matter. So the tribunal held that that application by us has become overtaken by events. We agree with that. The other ruling they gave, which was not in our favor, is the one for the transfer of materials from Port Harcourt to Abuja. But there's no problem with that because INEC is a party in the matter. We have other means of compelling INEC to bring the materials that they use in the conduct of the election.
This is still CoreTV News, and I will take a break now, but back on my stories. Please stay with us.
This is what the people are saying.
You don't run a big economy with generator. They need to do more in terms of energy and power.
Many things to do for this Nigeria about lights, water, and new TT.
For Nigerians that are not gullible, we know that good laws have done nothing good for this country.
Buhari won the election convincingly.
They talk to her husband that you should keep promise about what you said. and because people are watching you, you know, another election is coming.
Because some people will strong for Yoruba land, will be strong man, we don't die.
This nation is moving forward. The best is going to take place.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
Thank you for joining us again. For more on the news and other programs, please visit our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/CoreTV News. You can follow us on Twitter at CoreTV News FG. Visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/CoreTV. Give us space, the news. Federal government is to unveil policies targeted at enhancing investment opportunities for Nigerians in the diaspora. This is one of the activities lined up for the 2015 Diaspora Day celebration, slated for August 25. Permanent Secretary in the Office of the Secretary to Government of the Federation, Ibukun Odushote, made this note while briefing journalists on the Diaspora Day conference for the theme Diaspora Nigeria Change Agenda.
The discussion will focus on investment opportunities available to Nigerians in the diaspora so that our nation may have an all-inclusive national development. On that first day, 4 official areas will be discussed extensively, namely, 1, the available support for return of nationals and pilot diaspora investment projects, returnee diasporans and diaspora investment projects. 2, we'll be looking at how the nation can leverage on diaspora community to sustain our technological development. 3, we'll be looking at how the nation can also mobilize the diaspora for investment and create jobs in Nigeria. And finally, the 4th one, discussion on how the key agencies of the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment can support the targeted diaspora investment in Nigeria.
The National Coordinator of Oodua People's Congress, Gani Adams, has called on all tiers of government and well-meaning individuals to pay more attention to the plight of the less privileged in the society. Adams made the call at this year's Nigeria Humanitarian Summit. Abiola Oluwale has more in this package.
Statistics show that Nigeria is not immune from over 200 million people affected by natural and humanly caused disasters globally. Gani Adams says continual effort from government and relevant stakeholders in the area of infrastructure will assist in ameliorating the challenges of the less privileged in the society.
What we are doing here is a signal to the individual and the government. We have to take care of our people who have problems during the war or crisis. There is no country, no matter how peaceful they are, there will be a certain time when we have crisis in their country, you know how to manage it.
In his lecture titled Improving the Living Conditions of the Poor, Less Privileged and Physically Challenged During Crisis in Nigeria, Alfred Agrifine of North American University, Benin Republic, tasked the federal government to take a holistic approach at taking succor to the poor in the society. The World Humanitarian Day is set aside by the United Nations. Abating the rising poverty level globally remains a mystery for policy makers to provide solutions to. Abiola Oluwole, CoreTV News, Lagos.
Taraba State government has issued a warning to the warrior communities of Jukun, Fulani and Seven Wukari to stop what it described as senseless killing in the name of protecting tribe or religion. Governor Dixon Ishako, who visited the area for an interactive meeting with the leadership of the 3 communities, emphasized on genuine forgiveness and reconciliation. This, noted, is necessary for an atmosphere for development to set in. Our correspondent Udwa Godwin has more.
Wukari is one of the areas in Taraba where ethno-religious crises have created division among the people. This is why the state governor is keen on ensuring peace reigns in the community. Addressing a gathering of people in the area, Governor Ishaku said he does not want his administration to be in the news for the wrong reasons. He advocated dialogue as the only genuine means of resolving crises and called on religious and community leaders to ensure peaceful coexistence among the people.
What makes us human beings superior creatures to animals is our ability to identify the differences and amicably resolve them without necessarily wasting lives.
For their part, religious leaders as well as youths and elders from the area hope the latest peace initiative will bring lasting peace, pave way for the return of displaced persons and a return of economic activities.
The village head, the ward head, the district head, I request that Your Excellency will collaborate with the local government and the traditional council. Under whom are these officials to maintain peace and order within Ukari town and in other villages.
Earlier, the governor paid a courtesy visit to the Akoka of Ukari, Dr. Shekaru Angyo Asaibi II, where he sued for forgiveness and tolerance among the people. He also pointed out that the governments of Benue, Nasarawa and Plateau states are collaborating with his administration to end the spate crisis in the border communities. Udra Godwin, CoreTV News, Jalingo.
Kwara State Polytechnic and its environs have over the weekend experienced reenactments of the gory days of cultist activities, as no fewer than 7 lives are reported lost to the fracas between a cult group known as Aye Confraternity and Aye Group. The police and the school management has been locked in war of words. Rashid has more on the story.
Youth leadership tussle between Aye and Aye Confraternity got to the peak during the build-up to the Students' Union election of Kwara State Polytechnic Ilorin, which in no doubt has broken the peace enjoyed in recent times. No fewer than 7 cultists have been reportedly dead, with the first death recorded in the school. Since then, it's been attacks and counterattacks, while the police is also on arrest spree of suspected cultists. The police stressed that more than 40 suspects has been arrested for cultism and other related offences.
We discovered that was a court matter, crisis between courts. So we now started our investigation, and in the course of investigation, some people were arrested, and we've arrested in totality about 43 suspects were arrested, and yesterday 14 of them, the house proven case to answer were charged to court, and today again 12 have been charged to court, and we are continuing with our investigation and arrest. But as of now, calm has returned to the area.
While reacting to the arrest of suspects and strike of the cultists in the school, the institution management denies any death and clash of cult groups on campus, either during examinations or screening exercise ahead the Students' Union election.
We wish to tell the general public and the media that it is not true that there was a cult clash on our campus. The 2015-2016 Student Union government election screening exercise was successful and was witnessed by the security agents, the SSS, the police, the civil defense, and a copy of the result of the screening exercise was copied to all security agents. The exercise ended peacefully.
The institution's students' leadership also supports the claim of the management.
Firstly, I just want to react to the rumors going on town, because nothing of such happened in my campus, like death of students. We never witnessed any death of our students. Because as the president of the student union government, I can gladly say I can identify all my students. I know if any of them as 4 victims. I will never in any way come and hide under any umbrella not to disclose if anything of such happened.
While the school management denies any mishap on campus, the school has been shut down, while the Students' Union government election has been put on hold, thus creating more puzzles than the eyes can meet. Rashid, CoreTV News, Ilorin.
President Muhammadu Buhari has assured indigenous companies operating in Nigeria's oil and gas sector of the full support and protection of his administration at a meeting with members of the Independent Petroleum Producers Association in the Presidential Villa. President Buhari condemned their determination to increase the participation of Nigerians in the country's oil industry and promised to do all within its powers to address the challenges which they currently face. The president then directed the management of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation to work more closely with indigenous oil producers to resolve the problems which they enumerated to him. The president particularly assured the Nigerian oil producers that the president's administration will take appropriate actions to maintain and enhance security in their areas of operation, noting that better security will help to lower production costs, which he said had become unnecessarily high in the country. Austin Avuru, who spoke on behalf of the Nigerian oil producers, told the presidents of challenges currently being faced by the groups such as security and the funding of joint ventures with an NNPC. Lagos State Governor Akinwumi Ambode has approved the termination of the concession granted by the Lagos State Development and Property Corporation to Afriland Properties for the redevelopment of the Falomo Shopping Center, Ikoyi in Lagos. In a statement by his Chief Press Secretary Habib Haruna on Wednesday, the governor said the decision was informed by the recent discovery that the concession was grossly detrimental to the interests of the people of the state. According to him, only 50 million naira was paid by the concessionaire, Afriland Properties, for a 50-year lease of the property belonging to the state. He said the state government, as custodian of the interest of Lagosians, was committed to the restructuring of the LSDPC to ensure it yielded positive capital returns to the state government for the ultimate benefit of the people. Ambode had 2 months ago been relieved the then managing director of the LSDPC, Biadoki, of his appointment and appointed Jacob Agozu as acting chief executive officer of the corporation in a bid to, according to the statement, stem the tide of negative capital returns of the corporation. And outside Nigeria, police have released a sketch of the main suspect, a man in a yellow t-shirt who was filmed by security cameras leaving a backpack at the shrine. Police later said 2 other people seen on CCTV were being treated as suspects. Prime Minister Prayut Chan-ocha has described the incident as police have released a sketch of the main suspect, a man in the worst ever attack on Thailand. Police Chief Somyat Popamon told the Associated Press news agency that the shrine attack was the work of more than one person. Although the main suspect in the footage has not been identified, an arrest warrant for him has been issued by Bangkok's Southern Criminal Court. It accuses an unnamed foreigner of conspiracy to commit premeditated murder and weapon offences. A reward of 1 million baht was being offered for information leading to his arrest. Well, that's a wrap on CoreTV News and I'm thanks for watching. I'm Olajuwon Kelvasi. Good afternoon.